Google,
Two,
YouTube.
1.
Welcome to BitBoy Crypto.
Well, night.
What?
Go.
Oh, welcome to BitBoy Crypto. My name is Ben. Every day on this channel, I show you how to make money in cryptocurrency. And today is no different. We are going to be showing you guys so much stuff going on in the crypto space. It's absolutely insane. We got an altcoin super cycle among us just in time for the Super Bowl. We're going to be talking about the Super Bowl at the end. Something very interesting going on. You guys are definitely going to want to see that relates to cryptocurrency. We're going to be looking at DeFi exploding right now. It is so insane what is happening in the world of DeFi. Bitcoin pumped, Ethereum's at all-time highs. What in the world is happening in the world of cryptocurrency? Ethereum at 1750 right now. Smash the like button if you love Ethereum. If you love it, smash it hard. The hardest that you ever smashed. But don't break your computer. So let's dive in, guys. Let's dive in. And yes, I am wearing my Falcons gear today. Super Bowl weekend. I put it on for my city. I put the clothes on for my city. Okay, guys. First of all, first and foremost, 393,000 subscribers. I suspect that's probably actually closer to 394 at this point. We will hit 400K probably by tomorrow morning. So definitely, guys, thank you so much for subscribing to the channel. Let's check out the markets. They are blowing up right now. Guys, Bitcoin, the interesting thing is Bitcoin is right above 38. This is a key level for Bitcoin, 38,000. We're going to talk more about the Bitcoin and Ethereum prices and where they're at here shortly. But guys, what I wanted to look at with the markets is, check this out. Look at this. Look at what they've done here. This is very interesting. They put today's Dogecoin price at the top of CoinMarketCap. Is that interesting or what? So everybody who comes in here from the Wall Street Bet stuff, from TikTok or from Reddit, they see that price right there at the top. Wow, wow, wow. Down 9.8% today. Wow, wow, wow. Everything else is pretty much up. Let's check out some of these biggest pumpers today. And man, guys, if this is not feeling like altcoin season, and remember what I told you here, I think this month we are going to moon. I think Bitcoin is going to approach $60,000 by the end of this month. Definitely clear $50,000. I think next month we will. Don't be a sheep. Don't wool. We will be approaching above $50,000 and beyond. But here's the thing. We don't want it to get too exciting. We don't want to get it too exciting because it's not time for the peak of the market this month. If it was, that'd be kind of sad, right? You ever done anything that was worth it? You ever done something that was tough? Like go 3 years through a bear market? Well, I have. And I can tell you that you really need to enjoy all of this time while we got it because it's super fun right now. Prices are pumping, but we don't want to get too crazy because we really want the whole year to have this. And some people are talking about a Bitcoin super cycle itself. Will Bitcoin go up and never go down? No. In a word, no. So guys, look at this. ZRX, Maker has exploded. I think Mr. Elron Schmeeds was telling me it was just $500 recently. It's gone all the way to $3,000. Up 70% today. Up 104% over the last week. ZRX, a coin with great fundamentals, now at $1.90. Is that all-time high, possibly? Very close. Is getting very close. No, all-time high was $2.40. Look at that. Look at that parabolic move right there.
It's insane.
Insane. Coming in right now at $1.67 on CoinMarketCap. ZRX, it's got a good resurgence thanks to DeFi. And I'll be honest with you, ZRX was one of my favorite coins at the beginning of this channel. You go watch a lot of the early videos here, which I don't necessarily recommend except for memes. And you would see that, ZRX, we called it on Coinbase. It was one of the first additions to Coinbase. And we called that after Litecoin in 2017. And the thing about it was very visionary. A protocol to be able to exchange ERC20 tokens, it was very visionary and revolutionary at the time. There wasn't as big of a need for it as we thought at that time. But of course, now you see with decentralized exchanges. And by the way, guys, don't forget to go to bitswapdex.io for all of your token trading, all your ERC20 token trading. You're going to get the best price there. So remember that. That is true. Maker, Ocean Protocol. I think Ocean recent partner with, I don't know if I can say that. Okay. All right. Ren pumping 30%. Loopring up 30%. And what do a lot of these have in common? ZRX, Maker, I think Kyber. Can't remember what I got over there. Ren, Loopring, Compound, Synthetics. All of these are on Coinbase. I think Bancor is on Coinbase as well.
Too, right?
Oh, yeah. A lot of DeFi projects. IOTA, Aave. And we're going to talk more about DeFi in a second, but look at Cardano, 20% bump. It's now at 50 cents. And we're going to talk more about Cardano here in a second. I mean, obviously, we did a video on it last night, but you see everything's pumping. So, I mean, there's a lot of excitement about Cardano, and a lot of people are telling me that they believe this could be the next big pumper, and I think it's true. I do believe that. I think that Cardano is going to have sustained movement. It is heading to $2 by the end of this month, I believe. I believe it's going to. I believe it's going to at least challenge its all-time highs by the end of this month. When it was at 30 cents, nobody would have thought that was true. Now it's 50 cents, not too far away. You guys know I do love me some Cardano. Let's look at biggest losers of the day. Swissborg. I don't know what to think about this one. A lot of people are saying this one's a scam. I don't know anything about it. I do know there were some rumors back when it kind of launched or some weird stuff. I just don't know about it. I'm not buying into it. Dogecoin down 6%. UMA, look at that pump, 211%. We do have an UMA video coming for you sometime next week. So guys, and also, by the way, we do have a video coming out on Saturday where I'm going to talk about, I'm going to challenge myself. If nobody else will challenge me, dang it, I'm going to do it. Okay. $1,000 to $10,000. How fast can we make that happen without leverage trading? How fast can I just, through a portfolio and trading, turn $1,000 into $1,000? Or very easy. You just stand there. You just stand there. You put it in your hand. Well, actually, because of inflation, you might have to add $1 like every few days. But the thing is turn $1,000 into $10,000. We're going to see how fast we can do that. I'm going to show you guys that whole process. So thank you, everybody, for the super chats, by the way. I missed them on the chat over there, but appreciate those. All right, so let's move on. Let's talk about Ethereum and DeFi. And guys, you got to understand how hand in hand these things roll, okay? What you'll see is that, first of all, let's look at this. Now, we talked about this for Bitcoin, right? What are the average monthly returns of months? And this kind of lines up with what I was telling you guys, which was the average gain for January, 47%. February is the number one month of all time for Ethereum, 52%. 42% in March. Usually see it kind of go, kind of like we saw with Bitcoin. Then we'll see a slow, gradual move in April and May. And, usually a lot of down months in the summer months. Now, why would this be? Well, this could be because in the summer months, like why can we project out and see how that can happen during this cycle? I would say it's probably because what we will see is Bitcoin really, really, really pump and start to eat away, start to reverse the ETH climb against Bitcoin and Bitcoin percentage. Got a lot of interesting stuff to show you guys. DeFi season. Altcoin, DeFi, super cycle season. Link, Aave, ZRX, and Compound hit record price highs, outperforming Bitcoin. That's weird, isn't it? Does anyone see anything weird about this title? Does anybody see it? Anybody want to drop it in the comments? I'm very curious to see if you guys thought the same thing I thought when I saw this. There's a link here. Oh, well, there's a link between these, I believe, that's coming. So we will have to keep an eye on that. But guys, this is the DeFi market cap. It's from Coinmetrics. Look at this climb. It is unbelievable. I believe, this is the market cap of the coins. I'd be very interested to see a TVL of this, which is total value locked in. You guys can see that in terms of the market cap, it looks like, let's see, we got Balancer down here, Curve. It looks like Curve is the top market cap right now. That can't be right, is it? Aave right there. Look at these things climbing. It's unreal. I'm trying to match these colors up to see which one's which.
It should be Maker with the top, or
Maker.
Aave.
It should be. Aave's orange, though. Interesting. The point is, guys, DeFi is exploding right now. And it is going parabolic. This is how we know we're heading into a cycle. I mean, look at this, guys. Like, think about this. Do you guys remember how crazy stuff was over the summer? with DeFi. How many of y'all were here? Okay. If you were here over the summer before we had this fancy studio, our DeFi bags allowed us to buy this fancy studio. Okay. DeFi was crushing it over the summer. We were making so much money on these decentralized finance picks, and the rest of the market wasn't even really moving, if you guys remember. And so the point here is, look where we're at now. Look at the Uniswap cap. That Uniswap cap is freaking massive. Look how much it rose up. Uniswap, when the Uni token was released, it was kind of the ushering in of the top of DeFi momentarily. And that's why if you look here in September, you see these projects took a pretty big dip. But they found their bearings, and now DeFi has been exploding. Ethereum also exploding, obviously, as we know. These are the in and outflows of the Grayscale Ethereum Trust. And, you know, it's pretty interesting when you look and you consider where we're at here with the trust outflows. Obviously, this big gap in the middle, this is when they put the kibosh on people being able to invest in it temporarily. Well, I don't know what they were doing during this time. They did the split, and they also were taking private investment rounds for people to get in, and I guess maybe get like kind of an OTC price, if you will, where they basically got in for a discount, but they had to hold a certain amount of time, and now here we are. So what are we going to see? Are we going to see similar numbers here for the explosion of Ethereum? There are so many things. Thank you for the super chat. There's so many things right now that are just feeling so mega bullish. And it happened so fast, didn't it? We told you. All we had to do was get to February. If we could just get to February and things still be bullish, we were going to explode. And that's what we're seeing right now. And for me, seeing Ethereum hit its all-time highs is just really so refreshing. Let's take a quick look here at the all-time high. It went all the way up to 1766. Will it break 1800? How many of you guys doubted me when I told you that Ethereum would be 2,500 by Valentine's Day? We're not there yet. We're not there yet. But I tell you what, when we get a lot closer, when we get to like the 10th, 11th, 12th, I think a lot of y'all will see that it's a very easy track for it to get there. And I guess really and truly, I mean, we need to start probably trying to draw some more lines and figure out where this thing could potentially be heading to, because there's a nice little kind of support line for you guys to look at. Let's see where that taps out at. Let's see. Right now, the support line be 1646 on this uptrend. So, you know, something to watch. And we kind of zoom out and look at the chart. I mean, guys, you see where this is going, right? I mean, you see where this is going. And then you look at when that, you know, let's see, ETH gained strong. Absolutely. You guys see when the big run up was, okay, back in the beginning of January. And what did we tell you during this time? What did we tell you during that time? We told you, if you can get in under $600, that is the best price of entry you're going to get. We were telling you that when it was back in the 500s. Back at the middle and end of December, it dropped all the way down to 545. What a blessing that was the day I got liquidated on Christmas Eve. Oh, it was Christmas Eve, wasn't it, TJ?
Yeah, I think so.
TJ, do you remember that fateful night where we got liquidated when we were staring at each other in the office?
Yeah. Trying to catch that bottom.
Trying to catch that bottom. And we almost had
this close.
This close. We got liquidated. Didn't we lose like 20 ETH or something? It was insane. We lost a lot. It was a bad day. But you guys saw what happened. We told you if you get in under 6, get in under 6. And then this happened. I told you guys, get in under 14 while the getting is good. Get in under 14 because we are about to have another one of these moves. I absolutely believe it. Another one of these moves. Target up here. Way above this, actually. This will be a bigger move. We're trying to go to 2,500. We are trying to go all the way up here. And I think, so let me just put a little circle on that so we know where that target is. We can kind of watch where it's going to happen. Somewhere about right here. And obviously that would be February 14th. So we're actually looking right here. That's where we want it to hit on the chart. And I do believe it's going to get there. I got to be honest with you guys. I do believe it is going to get there. So let's move on. Let's talk about Bitcoin. Let's see. We got 2 super chats here. One was, when do I believe the correct? When do you predict the correct will be for ETH at 2,500, 3,000? 2,500 by Valentine's Day. And then obviously I believe is going to be 3,000 by the end of the month. So thank you for those super chats, guys. All right, so let's check out the Bitcoin price. Let's switch to our Bitcoin chart here. 38.8. I will talk in a little bit here about my trades that I made with Bitcoin. I made another biddy overnight. Another biddy. That's not to be confused with BitT. A biddy. And let's kind of look at where the price action sits right now. So right now, we are looking... Well, I had the wrong button there. Right now, we are looking at the 4-hour chart for Bitcoin. And this is a chart we really like. We had a green dot on the momentum wave down here on Market Cypher. If you guys want to check out Market Cypher and do that, bitboycrypto.com/deals. I'm going to show that page here in just a bit. But 38,000 has definitely been a tough line to get above. You guys can see like where 38,000 is. You'll pretty easily be able to see some of these resistances. God, these numbers are just so big. Put there. Okay. I mean, you see how it goes across these last two bodies. I swear, I hate this thing sometimes. Okay. You can see if we zoom in here and look at the chart, you can see where this resistance is. The resistance is 38,000. Right now, we are slightly above it. But, there's no telling where this thing's going to end up today. With this momentum, with this green dot down here on the momentum wave, these aren't nearly as strong as if we get the green dot indicator at the bottom. And this is proprietary software, so I don't know. CryptoFace won't even tell me what goes into it. So it's going to be very interesting to see if we can get above this. If we get above that, the next number is 38.8. Can we get above 38.8 and sit? You guys can see what happened the last time that we got above these two numbers was this candle right here, and you can see it got double rejected. It went straight up through it and then went straight back down. So we got to start looking at drawing some new lines here on where we think this thing is going. But we do believe on this channel that Bitcoin is going to head up. It is going to head up to $50,000 by the end of this month. So that would put us at least somewhere. Got to zoom this in a little more. I swear, if somebody can find me the shortcut to switch between the paintbrush and the freaking crosshairs, it would be much appreciated. We can't even find it. I hope it exists. But anyways, guys, we come here and we look at where we want to be. We want to be by the end of this month. It's only got 28 days. It's a short month. We want to be somewhere up here. So, I mean, I guess what you can kind of see with Bitcoin is, something like that is what we're kind of looking for. So, we should be above 40K, I would think, by the end of, by the middle of next week, we should be back above 40K at minimum, if we're not heading up above and establishing new all-time highs. But for Bitcoin here, we look at our miner flow. You guys can see the selling has leveled off, but yesterday there was a slightly higher day for the selling off of Bitcoin from the miners. So let's take a look here and see kind of what's been going on the last few hours. You can see there at midnight. They tend to dump a lot of these at midnight. So they dumped 1,000 at midnight, F2 Pool did. We're going to continue talking about these guys. And then they didn't sell over 200. I mean, if they want to sell 200 an hour, it's whatever, obviously. But where's the next buy-in, the next all-time high buy-in? What's the next best buy-in? I mean, obviously, right, if it's going to go upwards of $2,500, guys, it's starting to feel a little dicey, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's starting to feel a little bit like, how long can I keep continuing? It's a great entry point. I mean, if you believe it's going to go to 20,000, like I do believe, I mean, obviously, any number is going to be good up to, $10,000. You'll be able to flip it and make twice the money. But at the same time, I don't know. I don't know what the best price is. What we've seen, though, is that once it hits these rocket points, the 600, the next target was 1,400. I think the next target is 2,500. So I think still if you can get an entry at 2,500, that'd be good. But if it goes all the way at 3,000 by the end of this month, you could easily dip back down below 2,500. So really what you're looking for on the next entry point, because here's the thing, guys. We had history to know what it was going to do around $600. We had history to know what it was going to do around 1,400 and all-time highs. Once it gets above all-time highs, that's now in price discovery, we don't have the data to look back on. So all we can do is kind of look at psychological points on the chart and say, oh, okay, most likely like 2,500 is a nice round number, 3,000 is a round number. Obviously, 5,000 and 10,000 will be nice round numbers. So those are kind of some numbers to look at, I would think. So 2,500 is my next target. So, anytime you can get in before that, it's probably ultimately going to pay off. But I can't have the same confidence level that I had on those other numbers. So something to think about, guys. We're all kind of feeling around in the dark right now with this. So let's check out my trades, guys. I don't have a trade in right now, and this is kind of a dangerous price point for Bitcoin in terms of that $38,000 is resistance, right? Is resistance. Right now, it's bouncing off of it as support, but just barely. Like, it got all the way up to 38.4 a couple hours ago. Then it went all the way back down to 37.6. If you could have got it at 37.6, that would have been a great entry point for sure. But right now is why I don't have any trades open. I don't feel great about getting in at $38,000. Once it goes up to like 38.8, and that's a new level of resistance, I can kind of start looking at like, okay, now it hit 38.8. Now if it drops back down to like the 38.1, 38.2 level, I might see that as a good opportunity. But I did see a good opportunity last night, which is, let's see. Sorry, guys. I'm just going through all my winning trades here. Just going through all my winning trades. Just going through all the green. Sorry, just clicking through it. We'll get there at the beginning. Oh, we're at the beginning. Okay, guys. Last night, I made a few trades. Let's see. Yesterday, I made a total of 3 trades last night, 1 trade today. As you guys will see, remember yesterday on the stream, we were down. How much were we down on that? $25,000. Somebody, Riley T says, I've got $1,000 on hand looking for a good investment. We're going to be doing a video on what I would do with $1,000 tomorrow. So be on the lookout for that one. We're going to lay out a little challenge and see what I can do. See if I can do it. We know what I can do with the leverage trading. You guys have seen it. So don't buy into that narrative that every trader loses. Every trader probably needs to lose to know how to win. Or you can just listen to me and follow my shortcuts and not get wrecked. The number one key is locking in profits. That's why I'm winning, guys. I'm winning because I'm locking in the profits every time. That's why. Because it sucks when you get wicked out and it hits your stop after you're in profit and then it moons after that. But guys, you got to remember, you got to be in here for the short term, not the long term. Let's see. Somebody says, short video says, dude, I've been listening to you for a while and have made some real money. Thank you for your help. You're awesome. Guys, exactly as I predicted. Sorry, that's exactly as I predicted is the big meme right now on Crypto YouTube. But we love Carl. We have Carl. We're going to do more regular videos with Carl from the moon. We love him. So we're not picking at him. But, guys, it's fun. It's fun when people are making money, what I'm talking about. Like, I'm not a financial advisor. I don't say that all the time because I think it's stupid. We shouldn't have to say that. You guys should obviously know I'm a YouTuber. Okay? But the fact is, y'all see what I'm doing with these trades. We made 0.9 this morning. This morning, I had opened this trade, I think, last night. And then this morning, we got out of it and closed it. So I was down at some point $23,000 in this trade, $26,000 in this trade. And look at what we've been able to turn this into, guys. It's freaking silly. It's freaking silly. I got to be honest with you. I don't impress myself that much. I got high standards. Would you agree with that, TJ?
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Thanks, TJ. He's being modest. He knows I impress myself all the time. Guys, we've turned 4 Bitcoin into 14 in like 3 weeks. 552 grand. That's real money. I'm impressed with it. This is the best hot streak I've ever been. I've never done anything close to this in trading. So I don't want you guys to think that I'm just being honest with you. This is not like every single day of my life for the last 2 years I've been leverage trading and making a ton of money. I told you in that video I got wrecked at some point. So what I'm doing right now in terms of my trades is right now I am wanting to wait to see what happens with this number. I'm probably not getting on a trade right now because I don't like where it's at. I think it could go up. It could go up to 40 today maybe. And if it does, I'm going to wait for a dip. Wait for the dips. That's what you got to do. You got to wait for the dip. Somebody says they got 1 ETH at 1380. When should they sell? 27,000? That's what I'm looking for. Guys, once ETH starts getting above $10,000, I will depending on when it is, I mean, I think, what do you think, TJ? You think we should start pulling some profits off the table when it hits 10, like some at least?
It's all relative, like you said. You just got to watch it and wait.
That's the thing. And that's everything, guys. You can't just make these rash judgments about what you're going to do right now. That's why, like right now, I was thinking about it this morning in the shower. And I know you guys really probably don't realize I take showers every day, but I do. I really, really do. Well, most days. Anyways, so I was sitting in the shower and I was thinking about where crypto's going and money and Bitcoin and prices and like best strategies going forward. And I'm like, I keep saying September 28th is the end of the bull run. Is it possible that I'm wrong, or is it possible that I'm dead on accurate about that, but the feelings that will come from what's happening at that moment will make me forget that I so strongly believe that's going to be the end of the market within a week, one way or the other? And it's a hard thing to know because you really have to be able to sit around and look at what the market is doing and judge it. And I think that's really, really important to do. So, guys, let's look at, hold on. Before we move on to the next thing, I do want to say, of course, guys, if you're on Bybit, you guys, or if you're not on Bybit, you guys can sign up. Don't get wrecked. Obviously, if you lock the profits in, what you'll find is I think that's the missing ingredient for most traders. For most traders to win in leverage trading, locking in profits when you're in the green and not watching them plummet to red. I think most traders probably are in the green for more than half their trades, and then they get wrecked because they don't lock them in. So you can do that by heading on over to bitboycrypto.com/deals. We got the Bybit deal here. You guys can sign up, go to the rewards hub. You can use Jackpot to get a $500 deposit bonus. I think today's the last day of that. Mr. Elron means we probably need to change that on the site tomorrow. We're doing the competition right here. If you need a VPN, Market Cypher, you want to see how I make all these killer trades. I think we've already ran through like 400 people on this code, so I don't even know if the code's still good anymore. We can check on that a little bit later. And then we got other deals, token metrics, yada, yada, yada. But real quick, we'll look at the competition. Let's refresh it right now. You guys can still join the comp if you want. 2 days and 7 hours. It only takes one massive trade to get in the top 5. But let's see. Am I in the top? I am not in the top 10. I've not been in the top 10 yet. Let's see here. One last thing I want to show you here is where I am at. You guys can see I'm ranked number 13, 108% for the competition. But the thing about that is that if you remember, there was an error that happened that was internal to how the competition works. I actually should be in the top 5, but I wouldn't take my own contest anyways. So we got some really special stuff going on with Bitcoin and other things. So let's see here what is happening with Bitcoin. Where is Bitcoin? Yes, let's sing Happy Birthday to TJ. Happy birthday to TJ. Happy birthday, one day late, dear TJ. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you, guys.
All right, let's see the cake. Let's see it. Let's see the top of the cake.
Well, I'm going to try.
Oh, it's you. It's you on the top of it's some strawberries.
Oh.
It's some strawberries, I think.
Thanks,
Wow.
guys.
You know why we put strawberries on it, TJ?
Why?
Well, I don't know. I wasn't involved in the decision, but I'm assuming it's because you're sweet.
I think they're
You're so sweet, TJ.
They're raspberries.
They're raspberries. Raspberry beret. I gave you a little hint this morning that was happening, even though I didn't know it was happening. So, everybody, it was TJ's birthday yesterday. He is 32 years old.
That is
I'm
correct.
doxing him.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
he is old. Not as old as me, but guys, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We really appreciate it.
What's that? I cannot adopt him. TJ is my work wife. Y'all all know that. What does that make me then?
Ooh.
Yeah, let's leave that alone.
Let's
move. Let's move on. Guys, TJ is a big part of what we do here. Obviously, we're very thankful for him. This whole studio, you guys see this is his brainchild. I would still be probably just standing behind some kind of construction that I made off of things at Home Depot that I don't even know what I'm doing. TJ's got this great studio built. He does a lot here. So thank you to TJ.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Sure does. Okay, guys. So let's move on to Bitcoin mooning here. Did somebody put a $2,000? That's a $2,000.
No, it's not
something.
dollar.
It's not dollars. Wow. Thank you for that. I don't even know what it is. Maybe it's Monopoly monies. Okay.
It's like
but
$5.
Guys, it's what now?
It's like $5.
$5.
It's a different currency.
Is it like digital money? Wow. How revolutionary. Okay, guys, let's talk about why Bitcoin's going to moon. And a couple things just fundamentally that's going on. with Bitcoin. You want to move to the next thing there? TJ, get your hand out of the cake right now.
Yeah, well,
we're live.
I had to wash my hands.
So, guys, it's Dorsey's node, okay? Oh, no. Oh, we're going to come back to this, actually. I see. That's the next thing. We want to talk about why Bitcoin is going to moon. And you guys know we are on Glassnode. Glassnode was, gracious enough to let us have a free account here so we can show you guys every day things like the Newport chart and things like that. Should I let that guy flex to his homies?
Yeah, why not?
One time only. Carlos guy, what's up? Flex to your homies. There you go. Okay, so guys, this chart here is the Bitcoin percent balance on exchanges, and kind of what this is, okay? This is the amount of Bitcoin, the percentage of the overall supply that's sitting on exchanges. Now, why is this important? The reason why this is important is because where do people sell Bitcoin? Where do people sell Bitcoin? They sell it on exchanges, okay? That's exactly where they do it at. Because think about it, what are you going to do? Like, you can't sell it if it's in cold storage, right? Can't sell it if it's, on a wallet somewhere that doesn't have an internal exchange built in. So the purpose of this chart is to really understand that money flows out of exchanges when people are not selling it, when they're prepared to lock it down for a season. That's why whale alerts, we looked at the other day on Twitter, when they get really ready to move stuff, or when people really get ready to sell, they have that alert system built into Twitter, or not built into Twitter, but the Twitter account that gives us the alerts. When money's flowing into the exchanges, you can expect people to sell, because think about it like this, guys. If I had 5 Bitcoin and I wanted to get in on some Cardano because it's been pumping, or I want to get into Chainlink, Aave, or Compound because there's some rumors going on out there, which I'm trying to get more info on. Even if I want to trade that Bitcoin for those altcoins, I mean, they're still processing as Bitcoin sales, right? So even if I'm moving them out of Bitcoin and into other assets, I'm still having to sell the Bitcoin. And so, the hats are back. Fine, the hats are. Hey guys, welcome to BitBoy Crypto. This is my backwards hat for my green screen.
I'm having flashbacks.
Flashback. We've been looking at some of our older videos, by the way, and some of them were pretty dang funny. Okay, y'all scroll all the way back to the beginning of the channel. You won't even believe what that thing was that I was doing.
Blockchain.
Now listen, a whole reason I wore the hat was for my green screen. So many people thought I was bald, as you guys know, because you see my beautiful, luscious locks every day. Or as the waitress at the restaurant the other day asked, or as she said when I said, "Can you give me a compliment?" Excuse me. She said, which is a true story. I'm not going to give you any more context than that. I'm just going to give you that. She said, "You have nice hair." I was like, okay, thanks. Appreciate that. Catherine Coley from Binance US. She is the CEO of Binance.us. She told me, I'm not saying that super chat. She told me that she thought I was bald, and it really bothered me. I'm sorry, bald guys. I love y'all, bald guys. Y'all are nice. Your heads look like bowling balls. You might look like Brad Sherman from California. You might have a cul-de-sac on your head somebody can drive around in. I ain't got that. So we don't hide these locks. Okay, we keep them. We let everybody know. Guys, the point is here, let's get back to this chart.
I was about to say.
I ranted for 2 minutes on my hair. Well, the hats were a big thing on this channel. The hats were big. It's important in the history of the BitBoy Crypto channel. But obviously we're wearing this for the Super Bowl this weekend. I'm going to the Super Bowl. We'll talk about that at the end. But when you look at this chart here, and the gray line, I assume is the price. Yeah, the gray line is the price. And you come back over here and you look at the orange line, which is the flow. You guys will see that money has really been flowing out of exchanges since January. And we told you that. We covered some of these stories on Glassnode last year when these prices were dropping. Let's see. There's a very large building in Alexandria, Virginia, Motley Fool on it. You are better than them. When is the BitBoy skyscraper? I don't know. You'll have to ask TJ about that. He's the construction guy around here that knows nothing about construction.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. Stay tuned. Y'all know. Everything we do real big. Y'all know that. So anyways, guys, this is continuing to plummet. And when you see the price going in the opposite direction of this, this is a very large indication that the price is going to continue pumping. When this orange line here at the end, let me see if I can zoom in on it a little better. When this orange line here starts going, I hate how it does that. It starts going up instead of down. That's when we need to be concerned, okay? And when you look at January 7th, okay, if you look here, January 7th, I'm going to remove the cursor here. You see where that dot is, the dot on January 7th. And you guys can see it had a little boop, a little boop. That's because Big Money was selling profits. We know who it was. We know a lot of who it was. Obviously, we've covered it a lot on the channel. But now we are once again plummeting. It's hard for you guys to see on the screen. Nah, maybe it's not. You guys can see. I'm very close to it. I can see it looks like it's going boop. So that's good news. Nobody's going to be selling. People are going to be hodling, and this is going to be great news for Bitcoin. I didn't want to talk about this story, guys. I want to talk about the node ring, okay? Jack Dorsey now is setting up a Bitcoin node inside of his nose ring. This is a Bitcoin node. It's actually connected. It goes down through his nasal cavity, and it continues down his throat. So, guys, obviously that's kind of a joke. We love to make fun of Jack Dorsey's nose ring. I mean, what does this guy think? You know what he kind of looks like? I don't even know if I can say this. Can I say he looks kind of like Charles Manson right there? Like, does he not in that picture? A little bit?
Yeah, he kind of does.
A little bit, right? Right? I mean, he just looks like him. I'm not saying he's anything bad. But the nose ring is a little sketch. And what is up with this guy's beard? Guys, you got to take care of your beards a little better than that. Either have a big burly one or keep it trimmed, you know? We've learned that on the channel. People don't like the scraggled look. They don't like it, okay? But he has set up a Bitcoin node. And guys, I give Jack Dorsey a hard time, mostly for his nose ring. But I don't think he's as bad of a person as a lot of people think that he is. I think he is a hippie, which definitely puts him pretty far down on my list. But I don't think that his personal beliefs line up with stuff that goes on at Twitter. And I also think that maybe that says something about him too, that he's willing to go along with it. But the point is that he does believe in Bitcoin. He's got Bitcoin in his Twitter bio, or he at least did. And the bank of, I want to talk about that story. I just want to talk about him setting up the node. And guys, we're just having more and more people, and you guys will see later on the channel today, we're going to talk about Mark Cuban. Mark Cuban has also been talking about cryptocurrency. We know Logan Paul has been talking about cryptocurrency. We know Elon Musk has obviously been talking about cryptocurrency. And it just feels like we're really close. Feels like we're closer than we've ever been before. It feels like saying things like, you guys know adoption's 10 to 20 years away. Maybe that's not true. Like maybe what happens is you go through this space for a certain amount of time and you start to get some awareness of where you're at, and you start thinking things are further off, and then things start happening. You don't even realize it, kind of like with decentralized exchanges. What was that comment you wanted me to highlight there? Jack Dorsey is just Shia LaBeouf after a weekend in hipster wilderness. You guys know what my favorite story that ever happened on the internet? It's a story about when Shia LaBeouf made that "we will not be broken," or I can't remember what the phrase they were saying is, where they had that camera set up in New York after
he made a flag, right?
Yeah, it was a flag, yeah. After the previous president won his election, and they would go and stand in front of it and chant, and then all the person who was the president's supporters took it over, and there was this whole thing on 4chan where everywhere Shia LaBeouf found it or moved it to, like they tracked it down. The last one was like, he literally had moved the camera and the flag into a random cabin in Tennessee. And the people on Reddit and 4chan actually used flight patterns to figure out kind of where he was, because they would watch airplanes on the camera. And then they figured out what city it was because somebody had actually taken a picture of him at a restaurant in Tennessee, and they knew where he was. They went in a truck to that city, and they literally drove around honking the horn until someone could hear the horn on camera, and they Marco Polo'd that thing and figured out where it was.
Amazing.
That is internet ingenuity at its finest.
Never underestimate the internet.
No, it can be a very scary place. But back here, let's see where it talks about this story here. Where's Jack Dorsey? They always put him at the end, don't they? Here's another celebrity watch here, LL Cool J. How about that? But basically, this is Jack Dorsey's node. He's running it. You guys see he's got hashtag Bitcoin. He is a maximalist. I talked to a nice maximalist yesterday, Alex Edelman, for our new Money Gang interview. Don't forget, guys, go head on over to New Money Gang. Make sure to subscribe. We picked up 5,000 subscribers in just a few days. We haven't even released the first full episode yet. So if you haven't done this and you like beautiful people, then make sure to come on over here and check out me and Justin and Leanne on New Money Gang. Show you guys how to make money on the interwebs. But back to that story here. LL Cool J, guys. LL Cool J. I didn't even see this part in here. Queens-born rapper and entrepreneur is among a glitzy roster of limited partners backing North Island Ventures' new revealed $72 million fund. It doesn't say Bitcoin, though. It just says a fund, doesn't it? Interesting. Anyways, regardless, LL Cool J. God, Mama said knock you out. Mama said knock you out. So, guys, let's move on here. Talk about the Cardano pump. We are going to be talking about Cardano right now. Someone said, do you think it's too late to get into ADA? No, I would say, as far as ADA goes, I would say if you want a price point for when to get into ADA, I would say below $1. At this point, with it above 50 cents, if you can get into it below $1, I would say it's a good price point. I released my Cardano price prediction video last night. If you guys want to go check that out and find out where I think it's going to go to, I can't give it to you like 12 hours later. You're going to have to go watch a video to see what it is. But it's very high. So I think, $1 is a good entry. If you're not following us on Twitter, guys, make sure you are. We're at 87.6 thousand followers over there. We are just mooning. We're mooning everywhere. Not against windows and cars, though. We do not moon there. But here, we do moon on Twitter. And I want to show you guys this tweet here. Here's some stuff from New Money Gang. What is he doing? What is that guy doing? Guys, here is a tweet that I made. Go Shoddy, it's your birthday. I want to say birthday, but I said birthday. Should have said B-E-R-F-D-A-Y, I think. Go Shoddy, it's your birthday. Because Charles Hoskinson from Cardano, you guys know we love old Hosky, who has his profile picture, by the way.
I love it.
Bob okay, Ross. What would you rather take Charles in? Would you guys rather take Charles in the Bob Ross get-up or the black shirt in the garden? I want to know which one. You guys drop that. Either way, when he's in the Lambo, I know most of you old ladies would take him anyways. But he put this. For some reason, I have this incredible urge to play 50 Cent all day. So why do you think he wants that? Well, it's because Cardano's sitting at 50 cents. That's why. So pretty incredible. Let's do a quick check on prices here while we're talking about that. Just see where things currently stand. Bitcoin, look, guys, there it is. Bitcoin dropped back down below 38, and Ethereum now at 1720. But that's why I would not have taken a trade at that 38.1 level, like I was telling you. But guys, we know something big is coming for Cardano. We don't know what it is. We don't know what the big thing is. That's frustrating. Now, on my show where we interviewed him, I think I got the feeling it's not Grayscale. The Coinbase question, I think he was pretty just like, who knows? It seemed like that question kind of hit him out of left field. And so for me, I don't think that's what it means, but a lot of people are speculating. One of my researchers says he's hearing rumors it is going on Coinbase, but you guys know how these rumors are. They don't always play out. They're just rumors. But Cardano did climb to a 3-year high, and we do know the all-time high price is $1.40. So the all-time high it just hit is 50 cents. And guys, this is why in the video I told you guys. I need the highlighter plug-in on this Chrome, by the way. But guys, this is why I love, and you guys know on this channel, if you watch this channel, we love potential. We love potential. Despite increasing to a 3-year high on February 5th, ADA is still 185% away from reaching its all-time high price. That's the ceiling. That's the temporary ceiling on the short term. There's a lot of articles out there saying whales are accumulating, getting ready for this thing to go to $2. And I think that, most likely is going to be true. By the way, have you guys ever heard of Ada sees dog, God sees Ada? Have y'all ever heard of that?
No.
You should look it up sometime. It's an entire book that was written as a palindrome.
Really?
That's the first line in the book and the last line of the book.
You love palindromes.
Well, I had a roommate, Patrick. Big shout out to Patrick if he's still alive. I don't even know if he is. He was kind of living a risky life back then, so I don't know. But Patrick was obsessed with palindromes, like obsessed with them. He had entire books of the longest palindrome writings in the world, and he had that book, and I just will never remember. Ada sees dog, God sees Ada. That was the first and the last line of the book. Patrick was so gracious to let me live at his house back then when I had ran away from home and was living in my car when I was 18.
So if you had to guess, what do you think is more likely, Coinbase listing or Grayscale Trust for Cardano?
If I were to guess which one is more likely, I would definitely say, God, it's so tough. If I had to guess, I would say Coinbase listing. And the reason for that is because Charles sounded more sure about that Grayscale information than he did when he said Coinbase, I don't know what they're doing. But Grayscale, he kind of implied like, hey, no, he didn't say he had inside info or anything like that, obviously, okay?
But he kind of laughed it off.
He kind of laughed it off, right, with the Grayscale news, and he said, well, this is probably what they're doing. They're setting it up in case. That regulatory process is very long. And so in terms of the Coinbase thing, maybe that's coming and he doesn't know it. Like, that could be a thing maybe, So,
True.
And haven't we looked at, did or did not Coinbase talk about listing Cardano as a potential coin? Let's see, maybe listed. This is Cointelegraph. Cardano ADA may be listed before the end of 2020 and this was written back on July 3rd. Let's see, comes on the heels of the announcement that ADA holders. Wait, is Cardano on Coinbase Pro?
I don't know.
You can stake it.
Well, I did hear they are adding it to Coinbase
In
Pro.
the vault? What in the world? I'll have to. This is an old article. Interesting. Yeah, so let's see. Somebody said our channel is growing on a site. That's interesting. I want to point out that Cardano Summit is larger than Consensus. Well, Consensus didn't even happen last year, so yeah, but obviously much bigger. Consensus, meh. I don't know if CoinDesk is going to let me in there with all the stuff I've said about them, but God, we are going to Bitcoin Miami, right?
Yeah.
Now we haven't bought anything yet. Well, guys, we ain't gonna have to buy tickets, hopefully. But BTC Miami is like June 4th and 5th, and guess what? My kids' birthdays are 2 days before and 2 days after, so I'm gonna be able to celebrate my kids' birthdays here, go to Miami in the middle, and then come back. So pretty excited about that. This will be the first conference I think we probably attend in person. We are looking at doing meetups for my Atlanta people. We're looking at that very soon. So I think in the next week or two, we will probably have some information on that. What do you think, TJ? You agree?
Yep, I agree. 2 weeks.
About 2 weeks, we're going to start planning some meetups. We're pretty excited about that.
By the way, no Coinbase or no Cardano on Coinbase Pro.
No Cardano on Coinbase Pro. So the thing is we don't know what this information is, but you know what I think it is, TJ? You honestly want me to know or want to know what I believe that it is?
I do.
I believe that this big Cardano this big Cardano news is going to hit us out of left field and be nothing we've been thinking it is. So that's what I tend to believe. I think he's playing a little coy right now. He knows a lot of stuff we don't know. I wish that we knew it. I don't have any inside info from him on what it is. I got no idea. I'm only speculating, but I think it's going to be something big. Something I did think about was, while we've been looking here at this for Cardano, would be, on Cardano, there's only a Bitcoin pair on Binance US. There's only a BTC pair for ADA, I believe, if I remember correctly. And there's not a USD or USDT pair. So even that could add some liquidity as well, because people could buy it as an on-ramp.
Interesting.
Through Binance. That could be it, because they're already listed on Binance US. So to have that kind of gateway. And what's really interesting is the fact that they don't have those pairs on Binance US, even though it's listed as a Bitcoin pair. It makes you wonder, like, if there's one kind of regulatory component somewhere that's missing that's preventing them from doing that. And maybe that'll get solved. And then that could open the floodgates. Yeah. Guys, I tell you what, if I just figured this out live on air with my own brain while I've been thinking and reading these articles, y'all had to give me a lot of credit. I'll have to go down in the annals of history. That's not annals, the annals of history as a foreteller, a soothsayer.
Bitstradamus.
Y'all know I'm Bitstradamus. Y'all know that. So, okay, let's move on. Let's check out the altcoin super season. God, these coin shillers in the super chats. Y'all can't trick me with them super chats on them coin shills. I don't know anything about the coin. So here we go. Guys, I want to talk about some coins that have been mooning and want to moon, some altcoin alerts. Just so you guys know, we're going to be looking at 1, 2, 3, 4 of these 4 projects. I'm invested in 2 of them. To be clear, I'll let you guys know which 2 they are. and this is one of them. Prosper. So pros. We've talked about pros before. It's kind of competitor to Augur. Is prediction markets has been crushing it. It now has received a listing in their innovation zone and will open trading for Prosper Ethereum pairs. Now, this is on Binance.com, not Binance.us. Goes on to talk here about the short-term non-custodial prediction. It's way better than Augur. I'll be honest with you. I own almost every coin on Coinbase. And me and TJ have been talking about which coins we don't want to own. And one of those, there's only like 5 on there I don't have. A couple of them are stable coins, okay? I bought some EOS, just because I felt left out. Like, I want some EOS. Logos are black and white, right? I like that. But the thing about it is, one of the coins that I don't have any of is Augur. I don't think Augur's sexy. I don't like Augur. Augur is one of the oldest ERC20s. It's one of the first tokens built on Ethereum. It's just meh. It's just meh.
That's funny. Why?
Well, you know,
Because I like Augur. Of course.
Of course you like Augur. To me, look, guys, if you're a coin and you've been around from the beginning of Ethereum and you are not in the public eye and most people have no idea what you do, you're not doing it right. That's it. It's just not sexy. It hasn't mooned. It finally launched its platform a couple of years ago. A lot of problems with the platform in terms of what they were offering. They were offering like, when do you think the next major person in the world will be knocked off, like, and end up in the grave? Trying to get around YouTube there.
Yeah.
Okay? Like, it's a little sketchy. Like, think of the word that set off WW1. I can't even say that word. It's so weird. I can't say anything. YouTube, please, overlords, let me talk. But anyways, guys, let's get back to this. I don't like Augur. I think Prosper is much better. The volume for Prosper has been way better than on the actual platform itself than what Augur has. Nobody's using Augur. Nobody's using it. The only Augur that gets used is if somebody's trying to, put a hole in the ground or something. But Prosper did get listed on Binance. We've talked about this one for a while. I've mentioned it 2 or 3 times on the stream. I think this is definitely a good one. Right now, price is coming up 5% today, $2.11. Look at what it's done since it launched. You guys keep in mind, you guys know a lot of times, and guys, this is one way we know some of these projects that are doing really, really well, when they have seed investment rounds and private sales and things like that, and they actually pump when they launch, that is a great sign for coins. So for me, Prosper is one I'm definitely checking out. Let's check out 2 other ones. Paid Network. That's interesting. Somebody wants a more detailed tutorial about Bybit. Now, guys, we are going to be doing a lot more tutorials. This week was kind of crazy because we've been recording a lot of new Money Gang shows. But we do want to do more tutorials on our other channel, on the Bit Squad channel. You guys don't forget, we got so many channels. We got the new Money Gang channel. Don't forget about that one. Make sure you subscribe there. 5,000 subscribers. I know y'all just want to see Leanne. I know that's all y'all care about. I'm more beautiful than Leanne. I want you guys to know that. At least I think so. Oh, God. Oh, that was so loud. Guys, this is the Bit Squad channel. Make sure you guys are subscribed over here. As you guys can see, I'm not subscribed to my own channel, which is weird because I'm always try to subscribe to my own channels. But we do more tutorials over here on this channel. So we did one. We moved our Dogecoin tutorial there, and we also have one on VPNs. So if you want to know how to use a VPN, especially Unlimited VPN, the one that we use, make sure to come over here and check that out. Just subscribe. We're going to put more stuff out there in the future. So let's move on here to some other altcoins. Paid Network. Guys, I'm going to be honest with you. I had the opportunity to get in this one, and I turned it down. There's kind of a weird model in crypto sometimes with getting in some of these projects early, and I don't really like it. And so we didn't get in this one, and I'm pretty upset that we didn't get into it. This thing has, I believe, 50x'd its private sale or seed round, and it is just on a freaking tear. Now, I'm not invested in this one. I've not been paid to, sponsor it, nothing like that. But this is one that I had the opportunity to get in, and I turned it down. And look at what it has done. Remember what I said. Look at ones that moon when you talk about them. Or not when you talk about them, that moon from when they've launched. Okay? Moon from when they've launched. It's already mooning. It don't need me to talk about it. But a lot of you guys have been asking me about Paid Network. We haven't talked about it that much. It's because I'm kind of upset about it because I did not put money into it. So I have $0 in this. Literally 0. So kind of upset. But it has been crushing it. Another project that we are going to be doing a video on soon, probably next week, is Bondly, another project that I am not invested in at all. I did have a pretty nice bag of Bonnley, and then I sold it to get into something else, and I'm pretty upset about that decision. Look at this. Obviously, why did this happen? Well, this happened because Logan Paul is announced, the famous boxer, right there underneath the likes of Glass Joe, Piston Honda. What? Mr. Elron Shmiz, did you actually say Floyd Mayweather?
That's how he does compare himself to that. He
Does.
he wants
but
to fight him.
I'm giving Mike Tyson's Punch-Out characters.
I know.
I know you know,
that's
but
before-
Mr. Elron Shmiz did not know that.
That's before his time.
Way before his time. That's my favorite video game of all time, I think, probably. Love Zelda, love Mega Man, but Mike Tyson's Punch-Out had the highest replay value of any game ever in history. But Logan Paul, he is boxing these days. We know he's from YouTube. We know what he does. But he actually is going to be making NFTs on Bonnley. NFTs getting ready to pop. And you guys don't forget to head on over to Rarible and find the BitBoy collection. We have some NFTs over there as well. nft.bitboy.live. That's a link that'll take you directly to our page. We were the number one seller on here for like 2 months. And then the Rarible the coin price started dropping, which it ran up yesterday as well, I believe. And, things like that. So NFTs are going to be big. We got a builder game, a deck builder game coming out on Wax soon. You guys make sure, head on over here if you're interested. We are not releasing any more comic book pages on Rarible. We're going to wait until we have some new platforms to work with to release more stuff. But we have plenty of good stuff still available. We crushed it on Rarible for a period. Last one I want to look at. This is another one that I am invested in. So I'm invested in Prosper, invested in this one, not invested in the other ones we talked about. Just want to be clear about that so there's no transparency issues. Prometheus. And now this is pretty interesting. The idea behind this one, it really is something that I think we're going to see more of. I mean, people love putting out content, love putting their opinion out there. And look, it's another one. This one's actually been around since June of 2019. Had a small drop at the beginning, not too bad. It did last a few months, and now it has been on a climb. And look, once again, boom. Look at these moves. Up 434% for the year. And this one it's micro blogging, which is really interesting. A decentralized framework for data, go back to that click there, for data monetization. And we know data is something big. Let's see, tried to sign up for Bybit, but wasn't able to do it due to being in the U.S. Guys, head on over to the Bit Squad channel, hit subscribe, come down here to VPN tutorial, VPN, how to use it to trade crypto. This will show you everything you need to know about how to do it. Basically, there's some walls around different places, and it's supposed to be to protect investors. It's not to keep you out. And if the site lets you in, that's kind of on them. That's just how it all boils down to. So this shows you how to get, and using a VPN is very important because not just for this, using a VPN to protect yourself and keep your data, your browsing history, because remember, guys, I always say this, and if anything has told us that this is true, it has been the last 2 months. What's legal today may be illegal tomorrow. I really believe one day eating meat is going to be illegal. I believe that 100%. One day eating real meat is going to be illegal. I don't know when it's going to be. 50 years, 75 years, maybe when I'm dead. I do eat a lot of meat, so I do expect to live a long life. And however long I live, I enjoy it because meat tastes good. Okay. But the point here is that you don't have to be like some kind of super sleazy person looking at super sketchy stuff to not want people to see it. We deserve privacy as a right in this country. That's the biggest thing about what upsets me about this whole Great Reset thing from the IMF is because they want to take your privacy away. In that video we made about the Great Reset, I think it was video 4, they talk about the first person story, the first person narrative of a girl who's like, you know what? I used to think privacy was good, but now I really enjoy not having any. What kind of brainwashed hoodoo magic is that? Okay? Nobody thinks that. We like privacy. Everybody likes privacy. Let me ask you a question. Would you rather go to your own bathroom or would you rather go to the local county jail and use the toilet in the middle of the giant room? That's what we're talking about. So anyways, using a VPN is very useful. But Prometheus is a decentralized framework for data monetization. There's a second aspect to it, which is the STOA. This is where you can buy and sell any data in a secure and decentralized way. Documents, pictures, videos, the whole process is anonymous and does not require identity verification. Piggybacks so well on what we're just talking about. So this is another one I'm invested in. It also has Ignite, where people can share texts and media files. Guys, there are people that want to take Telegram offline because people can send messages that aren't seen. What? It's so frustrating. It really is so frustrating. Okay, so did you show me something there? Will you show me something there? Can you please discuss safe coins to transfer profits to later in this market, or what exit strategy you'll use to store profits? Well, stable coins, but when you do, hit up stable coins on Coinbase, you actually get charged a fee as opposed to trading between other assets. So you got to make sure if you do go into USDC, which is our stable coin of choice, if you do go into USDC, you better make sure that you're right, that the market is going to move the way you want it to move, and because you're going to get charged a fee to go in and out. So very interesting. So let's move on to the next thing, the Yearn Finance hack. Yearn Finance died. Now, this is not YFDAI. You guys know we're big fans of YFDAI. I'm a marketing advisor for them. We really do love YFDAI. We think it's great. We think it's kind of the next Yearn Finance. I mean, that's why we're in on it. But hopefully they've learned a little bit better. Oh, by the way, go back to that super chat up there, that last one. Speaking of privacy, this is from Bill Dog, Georgia. Is that what that says?
Yeah.
Bill Dog, Georgia. I tell you what, man, I sure do love Bulldogs from Georgia. But this is Bill Dog. I got me a Bulldog.
Something tells me Bulldog, Georgia isn't available.
Yeah, something tells me that. Probably not. Big Georgia fan right here. Love them dogs. Go Dogs. But the fact is that we are doing a video on NuCypher in a couple weeks. So probably next week. So we are doing one, so I didn't want to let you guys know about that. Thank you, everybody, for the super chats. But this Yearn Finance, it's got some exploits. And this is what we see with the front of DeFi, right? We see a lot of these projects that are on the front end wave of this that may have some vulnerabilities. We saw some problems with Maker. We saw a lot of problems with Maker around the time the market crashed at the beginning of this pandemic and the shutdowns and the quarantines, because it wasn't equipped to be able to handle the type of traffic that it got. Now, it wasn't an exploit or a hack or anything like that, but Maker did have some problems. Well, Yearn Finance has suffered an exploit. By the way, real quick though, guys, before we actually get into that story, let's see what the price of YFDAI is, because that thing has been freaking mooning. Look at that.
Oh my goodness.
$5,000 a coin. How much was this when we started talking about it?
I think it was like $700.
$500 to $700. $500 to $700, and now it's $5,000. And I believe that a lot of people are making good money with this. Last 30 days, it's way up. Look, guys, it is also on a moon pattern right now. And guys, just look, when we look at these charts, when we look at some of these projects, just remember, like, I love YFDAI. Price is going to continue to go up. I do believe 100%. But you never want to buy at the top of a price pump. Remember that. Please take that information with you. So even for these ones that we're looking at that look pretty good, wait for a little dip. Okay, wait for a little dip at least at some point, because chances are, if you're looking at a candle, you're like, I'm going to jump in this regardless of what it's doing because I think it's going to go much higher. That's probably a good sign it's about to drop. So I'm not saying YFDAI it's in price discovery at this point, but just remember, it's always better to wait for a dip than to FOMO in. Just remember that. But there was an exploit with YFDAI. They drained $11 million, which is not that much really compared to how much is in there. Let's see. The hacker got away with $2.8 million. The DAI Vault lost $11.1 million. But I mean, I think there's a lot more money than that put into this. Brady Dale wrote this story. He covered a quote I made at a Tron conference one time. Old Brady. I don't mind old Brady. I don't mind old Zach Seward either. I don't know who they're controlled by. Maybe they're controlled by people. Maybe they're not. I met both those guys in person. I kind of like them. So, CoinDesk is an entity. Meh. Okay. So let's see here. Someone from the Yearn team posted in Discord, the attacker got away with $2.8 million. The DAI Vault lost $11.1. Oh, this is interesting. An Aave flash loan was used to trigger the Vault draining, according to an Ethereum address presumed to be associated with the exploit. Let's see. Is this the Explorer here or Etherscan? I tell you, I like ETHPLOR way better than Etherscan, especially for altcoins, right? I mean, why would anybody not? So let's come here. Let's search this address, see what's popping with it. Sometimes I still like to go back and look at my hacker when I got phished one time several years ago. I like to go look at my money in his wallet. Look at this. $2.3 million. There's the DAI. $514,000 worth of DAI. 506,000 Curve. And 25 ETH. 43K. Wow. And look at all the tether, man. He's been moving all this around. Where has he been moving the tether to? That's very interesting. Where is I guess he's doing it decentralized on Uniswap or something like that?
Most likely.
Most likely. This guy's making off with it. So it's hard to catch those hackers. But you know what? I mean, that's part of crypto, right? I mean, that's why Ethereum split with Ethereum Classic. If you didn't know, Ethereum Classic is actually the original Ethereum. Our boy Charles Olhosky said code is law. Even if you get hacked, shouldn't have had an exploit. We can't roll transactions back. And then Vitalik was like, nah, let's tell them to bring it back. Tell them to bring it back. And then all the ETH fanboys were in on that. So let's see here. Here is a tweet from Uniwhales DAO. 1 million plus YFI swaps to ETH a few minutes ago. So just kind of fortunate, but I don't think individuals lost money here. What you see a lot of times, guys, is these projects, like if they get hacked, like they know they have to bear the burden. You know, they have to bear the burden. They can't just be like, oh, you know, all these individuals lost money in general because that'll like, you know, bring down the legitimacy of their project. Like, why do you think Binance returns money if it gets hacked and it wasn't the user's fault? They have a fund for that called the Seifu Fund and things like that. So what is it? Is this new?
Yeah, that just got approved.
Just got approved. Senate, pull that back up so I can read it here.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Just go to it on your page so they can see.
Okay. Let's see here. Senate approves.
Just stimulus.
Stimulus?
Yeah, the stimulus.
Isn't it
new stimulus bill just got
stimuli?
approved. Well,
it's not stimuli. That was a joke, TJ.
I know. That's our title.
Let's see here. Nope, that is not what I want to pull up. That is not it. Let's see. It just happened 5 hours ago. Senate approves budget bill to pass 1.9 trillion Bow video? 1.9 relief plan? Let's see. Oh my gosh, look at this. The VP was the tie-breaking vote of 51-50. I wonder how that broke down. I wonder how many Democrats voted for it and how many Republicans voted against it. That's 50-50, just so y'all know. So our politics are so dumb in America. They're so dumb. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of like back in like the Greek times, you know, when democracy was created, which we're not a democracy, we're a democratic republic. But anyways, the point is, like I just like to picture like Socrates and Aristotle and I don't know, Pythagoras, you know, and Hippocrates. Like I know they weren't all alive at the same time. That's beside the point. I just imagine them in like some togas and like sitting around and they're like, well, listen here. You know, I think that violates the standards of Greek living. And like, just, it looked like a play. Like, right? Like back, we imagined the Greek times back then. It looked almost like a play. Like they couldn't be for real with the way they were carrying along their politics. And it's changed zero. Politics have literally changed zero since the Greek times. It's so dumb. Like I was watching Tulsi Gabbard on Joe Rogan, and she said that like, when you first come into becoming a senator, they literally funnel you in, they separate the Republicans and the Democrats, and the parties each have a conversation that says, it doesn't matter how good she said this literally happens. It does not matter how good or fitting the idea is that the other party proposes, we have to say no to it. What? Like, how stupid is this? I hate our politics so much right now. More than ever. I hate it more than ever right now. But anyways, the point here is it looks like there is a stimulus check. What is the amount of the check? Let's see. Full $1,400, maybe limited to $50,000 income. It didn't look like that was the freshest news on it,
No,
did
it's
it?
all right. Basically, long and the short of it.
No.
It got
This is
approved.
important. This is very important. I do want to talk about this. Let's look at the past hour and see what it says. It says they're going to pass it. When will the third? Here's what we want to know. When will the third check come? That's what everybody cares about. And the new check is up to $1,400 a person. They had a Votorama last night. Votorama. How? Okay.
This is just getting laughable.
It's laughable. Like, if y'all think my channel's entertaining, y'all should check out our politics. Actually, it's not entertaining. It's draining. Did you guys like that? Okay, so let's see. $1,400 arrive in your hands. Next week, the final proposal. Anyway, guys, it's coming soon. Oh, here we go. Let's see. Stimulus checks pass. Is this the latest one here? That's the first. That's how long the first one took. No, it's not. I guess Friday, March 12th is the date. That's what we're looking at. Friday, March 12th is when we will probably be looking at getting these. So I never got the last one. I don't know. Maybe they watch the channel. No, I don't need it. I don't know. Which I don't need it, so it's fine. And if you do need it, put it in Bitcoin. Not financial advice. I'm just kidding. That was financial advice. It wasn't official financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. But I tell you what, if you look at what Bitcoin's done since that stimulus check, there are some people happy right now that they got into Bitcoin. So definitely very interesting. What's probably going to happen is the third check's going to come in. Is going to come in March. I know. I'm going to move back to it. It's going to come in March. And people are going to start putting their money in crypto. And it's going to start going up. And then there's going to be like a pullback. And then they're all going to freak out. And then we're going to moon in April and through the summer. And then we'll get a fourth round of stimulus at the end of this year in September. And everybody's going to pour all their money into Bitcoin at $300,000. And that's the end of the market. Watch it come to pass. All right, guys. So I want to talk about the Super Bowl for a minute. Guys, if you don't follow me on TikTok, make sure you follow me on TikTok there. We do have more social media followers on TikTok alone than every other person in crypto combined. And we got a lot in other places too. We have over 3 million total followers, but a big chunk of them is here. Guys, I did want to talk about the Super Bowl. So I am going to the Super Bowl this weekend. I'll let you guys know that. If you didn't, I'm pretty excited about it. I'm taking my two boys, and we're going to go check out the Super Bowl. Here's a TikTok I made. You can't hear the music there. This is me unboxing, and this is very crucial. I want to show you guys this. It's very interesting. This actually relates to cryptocurrency, believe it or not. I was expecting to see some tickets, but it's... Oh, God. Yeah, that was Jack Harlow right there. So anyway, it says, these are the 3 cards we got for the Super Bowl. And I thought these were like the tickets, right? But the tickets are all virtual this year, which is kind of disappointing. I was thinking about this the other day. Like, it's so disappointing that there's not hard tickets for the Super Bowl. Like, I did go to the Super Bowl one other time when the Falcons went. I saw Tom Brady that time too. Anyways, guys, I'm going to get emotional right now. I do get emotional about sports. So anyways, the point here is that we got the hard tickets and they were really cool and it was like cool to see or whatever. But now they don't have hard tickets. They're all digital, but you get these cards. Show the cards. These are cashless cards for the Super Bowl because there's no cash at the Super Bowl this year. First of all, these are gift cards because I bought Super Bowl tickets, so they come with a little bit of money loaded on them. I don't know what it is, like probably $20 or whatever. You know how much I pay for them tickets. That ain't nothing, $20. It's a slap in the face. But these are reverse ATM cards too, so you can actually go to kiosk at the Super Bowl, take these cards, put them in, and then you can load cash onto the machine, and now you have a card to spend. They're so scared of money. Now, why is this significant? Cashless society is coming, right? And we got 2 different ways that this cashless society can go, okay? The one direction it can go is cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency, we still get privacy in our transactions. So even though cryptocurrency is not cash, cryptocurrency and cash have so many of the same characteristics. Listen, if I want to come and buy something from you and I've got some cash, nobody knows about that transaction. If I want to go on Craigslist and look up, used mining equipment and go get it and hopefully not get murdered, then I can do that and nobody's going to know. The other direction we can go is credit and debit cards only. And what do you think the problem with that is? They're all traceable 100%. No privacy. It's the slippery slope that is centralization and is big brother within the world. And so for me personally, seeing this cashless society thing develop, and we've talked about it a lot on this channel, especially last year, it's kind of scary. It's kind of good that we're on the front edge of cryptocurrency and that, hopefully that's going to save us in this world of centralization and everything being tracked and traced. But the thing about it is is that it can go another direction. And so the Super Bowl this year is doing this cashless system 3 years in advance of when they said they were going to do it. Isn't that right, TJ?
Yep, 3 years early. So it's speeding up.
And TJ, what did you say about the pandemic?
I said it was going to speed up the world by 10 years, actually.
10 years.
And it has on a lot of, if you watch the numbers.
It has. The only thing I wonder is, could we get TJ's age to speed up 10 years?
No,
Because if that happened, I could finally be younger than him.
that ain't never going to happen.
It's so sad. So anyways, guys, I am going to the Super Bowl this weekend. And you know, guys know what I've been thinking. The Bit Squad is the Tom Brady of cryptocurrency. You guys have been so awesome on this channel. We were underdogs. People counted us out. Somebody actually made a chart of all of the crypto YouTubers and their growth over the last 2 years. And surprise, even though in 2019 we gained none, guess who's number one? And it's not because of me. It's because of you guys and your support. And, you know, the only difference is that Tom Brady, hopefully, after this weekend, I am picking the Buccaneers to win this game, the Super Bowl. Hopefully Tom Brady retires. But the Bit Squad don't ever quit. That's all I got. Be blessed. Good boy out.